Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in again to my YouTube channel. My name is Ara in Spirit and Scott in Everyday Reality. In today's video, we're going to be doing a few things. We're going to be doing a meditation, but we're not going to do the meditation right away. So I don't know about all of you, but whenever someone says meditate, I just automatically start going into a meditative state. Or if someone says to me, oh, don't you channel, I'll start channeling. So there's an association that I think we sort of start to build up. So I'm kind of concerned about saying, oh yeah, we're going to meditate, but we're not going to meditate right now. So we are going to meditate, but we're not going to meditate right now. There are a few things that I just wanted to talk to you guys about first and touch base with you on a few things. So something really unplanned, unusual has happened. My guidance, the New Age Sea, has taken a step aside and they've allowed other energies to come through. And those energies wish to be known as the Titanic. So when I say the Titanic, I'm not talking about the ship, but who I am talking about are the passengers. Not the passengers who survived, the passengers who died. Whatever became of those passengers. We're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep rolling. We're losing light. So it is what it is. All right. So when we think about the Titanic, we think about, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet, and Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, all that sort of stuff. These guys don't really seem to have much to do with that film, which, sorry to disappoint some of you movie buffs out there, but they're their own thing. They're their own force. These souls were never fully lost. So it was the early morning hours of Earth Day, and I suddenly was awoken from sleep by a collective wishing to be known as the Titanic. They call themselves the Titanic. I've written a blog post about it that I would like to read to you now, just to give you some more background as to who they are and what their path has been and why they're crossing paths with us at this juncture. So I'll just read that post to you now. And I'm reading right off of my laptop. Like, you can see how organized and, I'm just such a high level YouTuber. Anyway, all right, so lost souls aboard the Titanic were never fully lost. Lost souls aboard the Titanic were never fully lost. They have evolved into a collective of advanced consciousness, and they are here with messages and even warnings for humanity. In the early morning hours of Earth Day 2020, I was awoken from sleep by an insistent, clairaudient voice that was raised to a near shout. "We are Titanic! We are Titanic! Titanic!" The voice continued its urgent message of identification until I was wide awake. Once I was fully awake and aware, I knew an important message was coming. So I closed my eyes and waited. Now that the Titanic had my attention, the voice stopped. The air around me grew eerily quiet. I lay perfectly still and waited. First, I saw a flash of blueness. Then, in a frozen frame, I saw human skeletons. From these skeletons came a sense of benevolence and concern, but also a warning of impending death. No sooner than I was able to register these impressions, the skeletons transformed into light beings of navy blue, silver, and white light. Then the messages began. Lost souls aboard the Titanic were never fully lost. These souls have evolved into a collective of consciousness in order to heal their trauma experience and find new purpose. They have become very highly evolved spiritually. This collective refer to themselves as the Titanic, which is no longer a sole reference to the ship, but to a group of souls who are now ascended masters. The Titanic continued to work for the safety and protection of all on Earth. Their specialty is helping to stop preventable disasters from happening. The Titanic are under the mentorship of Michael, a high force, that is Archangel Michael, who was and is their spiritual teacher and guide. They are favored by Michael, who literally took the Titanic under his wing, and they now have a very close working relationship. The Titanic are gravely concerned about COVID-19. They do not feel the pandemic is over at this time. We are currently in April, late April 2020. They warn us that to abandon restrictions and precautions now could cause us to lose all the gains we've made against this disease and could result in a massive loss of life. Again, the Titanic are here to aid humanity in stopping preventable disasters from occurring. They see COVID-19 as today's iceberg. They want to help us avoid sinking our ship. The warning they have given me is that restrictions will begin to ease soon, but it is too early. It is unsafe to proceed. Also, there are not enough respirators and equipment for everyone, which the Titanic find very concerning. Human beings have a habit of not having enough lifeboats during their disasters. They see history repeating itself in a different scenario, which is exactly what they want to stop. I urge everyone to consider the following warning from the Titanic. COVID-19 is your iceberg. Do you want to sink your boat or do you want to stay afloat? We already know there are not enough ventilators, which are your lifeboats. If that is really your wish to use your freedom to sink your boat, the iceberg is right ahead. The message could not be more clear. The Titanic are warning us that we are headed straight for another iceberg. What we do with that information is up to us. Sometimes we are too proud to admit that maybe we've been going in the wrong direction, that we need to rechart a safer course of action. But if our lives depended on it, would this be enough to save our souls? This is an SOS. All right, so this was a very urgent warning that has come to me from the Titanic. I think that this is a very interesting example of ascended masters, star seeds, star beings, light workers, empaths, everyone coming together and working together. That's what we need to do now. It doesn't matter what faith, what background you're from. We are all in this together and we all need to work together. So that was the initial message that I received from the Titanic during the first meeting that I had with them. Now we have a meditation in store. If you would like to get centered, get into your space. There's a lot of energy behind this. I'm sure that you probably can feel it too. So we're going to go into a meditation where we are going to meet with Archangel Michael and the Titanic. All right, so if you're ready, close your eyes. Allow yourself to relax, to become centered. Being centered means that you're directing your focus within yourself. Focus within yourself. Get centered. Again, giving yourself permission to relax, to breathe, and to leave your to-do list in a cubby box. Anything that comes up that I need to do this, I need to do that, put it onto a list, put it in a cubby box, and know that you can come back to this list later. All right? For now, we are going to enter into this meditation. So with your physical eyes closed, open your mind's eye. You can say this is your third chakra, or sorry, your sixth chakra. Third chakra is solar plexus. Okay, so empowerment's coming up. I've had a psycho-spiritual slip, so we're looking at the solar plexus for some reason as well. Maybe bring the energy of the solar plexus up to your third eye chakra. So we're combining the third and the sixth. Okay, so you're having self-confidence to stand in your spiritual truth. All right, perhaps that's where I'm at, perhaps that's where you're at. That's where we're at together and collectively. So we need to stand up. And that would come into our fifth chakra as well, speaking our truth. All right, so open your mind's eye. Access your inner soulscape. And within this inner soulscape, you are standing under a starry sky on a fair moonlit night on the shore of a beach. Take a moment to breathe in the sea air, connect with your surroundings, feel the sand beneath your feet. And you notice that in your hand is a piece of parchment paper. And when you open the paper, you see that it is an invitation for you to attend an evening aboard the ship Titanic. Know that you are perfectly safe and in no danger. The ship Titanic has risen in spirit and now sails around the earth and through the cosmos. The souls who departed Earth aboard this ship have become ascended masters under Archangel Michael's guidance and refer to themselves as the Titanic. They have raised the ship and now welcome guests to come aboard for spiritual gatherings and celebration. You notice a large white lifeboat has come ashore next to you. With your invitation in hand, you step inside the lifeboat, if you so choose. Take an oar and push yourself off the land and into the sea, which is calm and non-threatening. In the distance, you see the majestic ship, the Titanic, in the moonlight, anchored just ahead. There is no air of tragedy or pain or sorrow around the ship, but the ship is as it was meant to be, a welcoming ship of prosperity and grandeur, and it's a wonderful sight to see. In no time at all, your lifeboat reaches the ship, and you easily climb up a ladder with almost no effort. You are surrounded by people in period dress, and they have smiles on their faces, and they welcome you aboard. Everything around you is large and spacious. You make your way inside the ship into a large ballroom, where you can see a large gathering is taking place. Your name is announced, and you are welcomed, and you take a seat. There is much humdrum of pleasantries and activity, and you may or may not already be receiving messages and connecting with various members of the Titanic. Take a few moments to say hello to these beings, for they are happy to begin working with you. I will give you a few moments to do that, for you may already be receiving messages. Once you've met the passengers of the Titanic, you notice a hush begins to extend over the group. The energy begins to raise further as a rich, royal blue light fills the space, descending upon us now, along with a beautiful silver light and then a pure white light. It's Archangel Michael. He is here to meet with you and work with you and offer you guidance in your everyday life. Feel his strength and protection as he offers you ways to better protect yourself. Hear his messages and guidance now. Take a few moments to connect with Michael. See his blue, silver, and white light around you. Seeing it fill your body with strength. See it ignite your own inner strength as you radiate your own light within. After you have connected with Archangel Michael, he takes a very large seat next to a stage. As a spokesperson who wishes to be known as Bertha begins to deliver a general address. Hello, I am Bertha. I am part of the Titanic. I deliver this address to all humans until such a time as these issues are resolved. Treat everyone as if they are first class. It is time to treat everyone equally. Everyone is first class now. Many people would like to have equality for themselves, but tend to forget about equality for other people. To truly be equal, it is time to want equality for everyone else on earth, just as much as you want it for yourself. Raise your fist and shout for equality for others, just as passionately as you would for yourself. Only then will we truly achieve global equality. But know also that equality is not always something you demand from someone else. I want you to give me. Equality is something you can give to others as well as yourself from the heart. Start looking around you each day for simple opportunities to extend equality and kindness to others. This can be simple, common courtesies. Or you may see someone else in need. Do you see someone getting the short end of the stick? Give them your stick. Worry not about your stick or where the next stick is coming from. Look for your next opportunity to give instead. If we all begin to give equally, so too will we receive more than we could ever need. The universe will love this symphony. Wait and see how she responds. Next, we must work to extend that equality beyond the human species to include all life and the earth itself. Are we treating the earth as if she is first class, or are we trading her like a commodity? If you're not treating the earth like first class, why not? She is 4 billion years old and is a priceless gem traveling through eons of space and time. She is mother to countless forms of life. If anyone should be treated like first class, it is her. And think about her children, her animal children I am speaking of now. Think of how protective a mother is of her children. How do you think the Earth Mother feels when her children are mistreated? Bring back respect for the spirits of the animals who provide you with food and clothing and companionship. We ask you to keep all these things in your heart and mind. Make your own contribution, put your own message out there, but do it with love. Love is a common frequency. Love is the common language that everyone understands. Another passenger of the Titanic, Thomas, takes to the stage. His energy is fiery and passionate, and he urges us to look for our lifeboats in all situations. A common problem we see, and this is huge, is that human beings have a tendency to embark on journeys without proper lifeboats, that is, without the correct provisions and precautions. We see it time and again, and this has been a big push for us, the Titanic, to continue evolving, to continue working with Archangel Michael, so that we could get involved and help. We are currently traveling around the globe, perceiving recipes for disaster, and when we find them, we whisper in your ear, you need better preparations. You need to get gas or petrol for your car at this station now. Don't wait. Don't go this way or that way. Because the truth is, we can say no one could have known, no one could have predicted this or that would happen, but that's not entirely true. We could have known the risks of our disaster, and we could have predicted and anticipated the dangers and taken appropriate steps. We aren't paying enough attention in these times. But now we turn it over to you, and your eyes. Are your eyes and ears open? We are not here to spread fear or point fingers or place blame. We want each person to be awake and aware of their environment. That is our personal plea to you. Angels have been working with you, and we, the Titanic, are also working with you now. Let us help you avoid disaster. We thank you. Thomas leaves the stage, and the following message comes from the group as a whole. Nothing is unsinkable. All things carry varying degrees of vulnerability. A newly hatched bird is more vulnerable than a human child, and that child is more vulnerable than a grown man. You may consider yourself a survivor, but know that you are not unsinkable. Your country is not unsinkable. And humanity itself is not unsinkable. This is not a time for every person for themselves. This is a time for every person for every person. But it must be done right. We are here to tell you that it is not time to abandon precautions or restrictions regarding COVID-19. Oh yes, we wish to make our position clear on this. We see you potentially heading for disaster, and that is why we are here to help you avoid it. We are ready to personally be there for you, to help guide you from the energetic plane, but know that this plane is very close to your plane. We have said that COVID-19 is your iceberg, and ventilators, your lifeboats. There is not enough to go around. So we want you to understand something regarding this disease. Please follow common sense, be cautious, understand the rules, understand that they're there to help you. Please follow them. Keep your eyes and ears open. We love you and we are here for you. We are the Titanic. All right, so it's time to slowly begin to end the meditation. We thank the Titanic for their wisdom. We thank Archangel Michael for his support. So you may wish to climb back down into the lifeboat now and paddle back to the beach. You notice there are some gentle waves now, and they gently carry you to the shore. And you're standing up out of the lifeboat back onto the beach. And in the far distance, you see your own home. And you begin moving toward that home now. And you see yourself in your bedroom or your living room, somewhere safe, somewhere secure. And now you move back into your body, whether you be at home, whether you be sitting on a train perhaps, commuting to or from work, wherever you are right now, feeling yourself back into your physical body, feeling yourself sitting on a chair or on the floor or lying on the floor, becoming aware of your surroundings, being fully in the room. And once you are ready, you can open your eyes. Take your time. Sometimes during these meditations, we come into contact with very high energies. I know that I myself am sweating right now from the heat. I always get quite hot when I'm connecting with energies. So if you're sweating, you're not alone. So make sure that you have water and something to eat. Make sure that you have something to drink to ground yourself. Thank you once again for watching this video and taking this meditative journey with me. I really don't know why the Titanic have chosen to contact me. I don't say that I'm that special. I'm just someone who's sensitive, and I pay attention to what I'm hearing and feeling and seeing. I could have easily denied it. I could have easily said, oh, I was just having a dream and I'm going to shut that away. Don't. Open yourself to your messages. The more that you open yourself to guidance, the more of it that you will receive. All right, so I will see you again in another video. Thank you for watching New Age Creator. You are the creator of a new earth and the new age. The Titanic look forward to working with all of you. Bye. Thank you.